So Andrew, we've come to your farm here in Sandbach today to see your farm.
Yeah.
Maybe for viewers, could you give maybe some background to the farm and when you moved here?
Yeah, we moved here in 1989. The farm is 95 acres in total, split into 3 parcels, divided by 2 B roads. So we have 55 acres with the main block, 27.5 acres across one road, and then 12.5 acres the other way. Bordered by the M6 motorway, which plays quite a big part in how we farm. We get a lot of traffic in the area. Sandbach is a very busy town, growing, a lot of house building. So when we first came here, we were 70, 80 cows, traditionally grazed, housed from October through till March. 6,000 litres. All animals purchased, flying herd, which we've maintained today. We don't rear any heifers. Grew numbers over time. Probably 2010 we were 120 cows. We bought some additional land on the other side of Sandbach, but the traffic was getting busier. It was becoming more difficult to cross cows over the road. So in 2012, 2013 we started looking at options for robots. Had a relief milker who was getting towards retirement age, and he was unfortunately taken ill at the same time. So 2014 the decision was made to install 3 Lely A4 robots. Cow numbers were then pushed on to about 170 cows. They went into operation in March 2015. We housed the herd and loafed them during the day. Grazing wasn't really an option because traffic was becoming more and more of an issue around the farm. We were travelling further to land. 2022 we put a 4th robot in, took the herd up to 250 cows, about 220 milking all year round, producing close on 11,000 litres a cow. And Jack's come into the business in the last 2 years, so hopefully the next generation will take the farm forward.
Yeah. So maybe just to talk about geography, you're in a very high population area here. You're in Cheshire here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like you have Manchester, Liverpool, Birmingham.
Yeah, you got the triangle there.
Yeah. So a lot of liquid milk.
A lot of liquid milk. We've always been liquid milk suppliers. We were with Muller Sainsbury's up until 2012. We left them to go to Creamline Dairies, who are a small liquid dairy in Manchester. Wanted to try and keep everything local, so all milk is sourced within a 25-mile radius of the dairy. Very simple contract, good price. Yeah, makes the job enjoyable. Makes the job enjoyable. So they basically sell a vast majority of their milk into Manchester and the surrounding areas. So yeah, from a geography point of view, that's very good. We have a pick of milk buyers in the area, but from a farming point of view, it's becoming increasingly difficult. As the herd's grown, we've taken on more land within the area, but it takes more time to get to that land and get back again. So that's why the herd is now housed. We have looked at options for grazing a small percentage of the herd, which I think we're going to pursue in the next 2 years. But with having the land mass around the farm that we have, we couldn't graze all the cows.
Okay.
We couldn't graze all the cows.
Yeah. And if you were to graze, you'd be maybe milking 100 cows, which wouldn't be viable for you as a family business.
No. There's 3 generations of the family. There's my father, myself and Joy, and Jack and Annabelle. So 100 cows wouldn't be sustainable for us.
Yes. Yeah. And I guess in this area here as well, farm buildings have the option of going to storage or warehousing as well. So
yeah, we've been so close to the motorway. There's an awful lot of farms that have utilised some or all of the buildings for storage. Conversion's been a big thing. A lot of traditional buildings have gone for housing or offices. So yeah, there's plenty of opportunities in Cheshire.
Yeah. So as you mentioned, family is important to you. It's very much a family business here with how you operate.
Yeah, Mum and Dad, they started the farming business in 1969 when they got married, and I joined the partnership in 1995. Probably driven the business forward from then. And then, as I say, Joy, my wife, she's in the partnership, and Jack's joined the partnership in the last 2 years.
Yeah. And I guess like you've structured it such you don't need you don't need a whole pile of outside labour.
No, there's just Jack and I. We have one very good guy who comes and helps us every morning before he goes to work. He's from an agricultural background, so he's a big help. The mornings are always the pinch point for us. If we can get all the jobs done in the morning, that makes the day a lot easier. The afternoons are a lot easier then.
Yes. And I guess you've set it up such that you can manage it as a family in terms of the scale.
Yeah, the two of us can manage it quite easily. Gives us a chance to get away on holiday, have days away, and then going forward we're probably going to try and make it a little bit less labour intensive, so we're going to look at installing the Lely Vector feed system in the next 5 years, I would imagine.
I see. Yeah, very good. So look, we might start and have a look at the robots.
Yeah,
and,
come on, we'll have a wander.
So Andrew, we'll have a look at your robots here. So I'm right in saying 2014 is when you converted to robots?
We started them up in 2015. Building commenced in mid to late 2014. 3 Lely A4s. So yeah, they started at March the 30th, 2015.
So what did they replace milking wise?
We had a 2424 herringbone, which when we first moved to the farm in '89 was a 510 Gascoigne jar parlour. We doubled it up to a De Laval 1010, and then we put an extra point on, and then in 2005 or 6 we went to a 2424, but in the same building, so it was tight. We were milking more cows. Cow numbers at that time were about 120, and we progressed to about 160, 170 by 2012, and we felt that the system was getting a little bit overcrowded. So that was, we went from a 24-24 to 3 A4 robots.
Okay, and was there much involved in that decision to change, or?
I think it was probably driven a little bit staff-based. I'd been milking since I was 19, done most of the milking. Had a very good relief milker who was coming to a retirement. He was taken ill in 2011, and I didn't really want to start employing full-time staff. I didn't feel we were big enough. Jack was only sort of 10, 11 by then, so I had always said to myself that we'd be robotic by the time I was 50, but it actually ended up that we were robotic by the time I was 45.
Great. So let's have a look at the equipment. So is this the same dairy?
No, this is all new. This was all constructed. Some of it in the original building, cubicle building, and then the majority of it was added on as a new build in 2014. 8,500 litre tank, which at the time for 3 robots was more than enough. We knew we'd be on everyday collection because we were liquid dairy who we supply. As time goes on and things grow, the tank isn't big enough, but we can address that one as we go forward.
So it's everyday collection?
Everyday collection, yeah.
And who's your milk buyer?
Creamline Dairies in Manchester, small liquid dairy, got about 22 local producers. Their focus is purely Manchester and the surrounding areas for liquid milk.
Yeah. So even back in 2015, this was a big investment for 3 robots. It was a big project.
Yeah. I think from memory, the 3 robots, the bulk tank, and the Grazeway gate, plus an automatic foot bath, came in at just short of 300,000. So we put that over a 7-year period, which is now paid for. The robots are just touching over 500,000 milkings each. So yeah, they've got a bit of life in them yet.
Okay. Yeah. So what's your daily routine when you come in here in the morning?
Basically, we still run to the same sort of timings as we did when we were milking. 6 o'clock start, come in, check the computer for any cows that need collecting, fetching to the robot. Any sick cows that are on the list. We also have an app on the phone, Horizon, which alerts us 24 hours a day to any cows that have low activity for a certain period of time, or any problems with the robots. It'll send you a text, which works quite well. So basically come in, check the computer, any cows that need fetching, we fetch them to the robot. We don't fetch many. It's usually freshly bought animals, or if there's a lame cow that's gone in the pen, we'll fetch that in and milk it. Scrape out, wash down on the outside of the robots. We try and keep them as clean as we can. Wash down the inside of the robots. They power wash twice a day, steam cleaned every week. Check the laser, keep that clean. Just general routine maintenance checks. And then that's the morning checks for the robots done. And then Jack usually feeds, and then we'll start bedding everything down. And then that's the morning routine usually. If we've got cows for the vet, which is every Monday, we'll pull those out manually. We don't use the seg system because it's so easy. There's 3 cubicle passageways. If you're toting 8 or 10 cows out for the vet, it's 5 minutes, it's done, just while you're in the routine.
I see. Yeah. So walk on there again.
So we've got 3 in here. 1, 2, 3. These are the original ones. Small separation pen here for sick cows. And then this is the 3rd robot here. And then basically the shed's laid out. There's 157 cubicles in here, so we can easily accommodate 150, 155 cows. Double feed area there. So yeah, it works well. All passageways can be separated quite easily.
Okay. So how many different groups are you running in the?
This is one group in here. These are technically fresh calf cows, high yielding. Once they're at circa 170 days in milk, they'll transfer over into the shed with the single robot. Plus any cows that go on the cull list, they go across there straight away. So we always try and keep 150, maybe 155 cows in here, and then there's sort of 60 to 65 over there. So we can deal with 210, 215 cows milking at any one time.
And you think that's the sweet spot for 4 robots?
Yeah. I think you've got to be pretty well on it. We're not overly blessed with free time, but we've got enough free time. We're sort of 17, 18%, which gives you that little bit of a buffer if you've got any problems or breakdowns.
Yes. So what's your average milk production in that 170 days typically?
As a herd, we're averaging about 11,000 litres. Daily production at the moment is about 39 litres a cow across the herd. Cows are roughly doing 44, heifers are 36, 35, something like that.
Okay.
So
Yeah. And say constituents aren't an issue for you as such? It's liquid
No,
dairy,
we're liquid dairy.
Yeah.
Simple contract. Basically, milk above 3.5%, cell count below 300, back to scan below 50.
Okay.
Currently, constituents are running 375 fat, 335 protein.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the robots, are you measuring fat and protein on them or not, or just pure volume?
They do have. We put all the milk sample results go into the computer, and then that will basically give you an average.
Yeah.
Across the herd. We don't milk record per se. We have got the milk shuttles to record, but we don't use them very often. We just use them for Yoni's testing, just to meet red tractor requirements, basically.
Yeah.
All animals are bought in. We buy everything in. We bought a lot of in-calf heifers over the last 2 or 3 years, just to increase numbers to go on the 4th robot. But I think we've moved back to buying fresh cows, fresh heifers now, haven't we? It's a lot easier. We
Calf cows.
We had 60 heifers to calve July and August last year in the heat, and it wasn't much fun. So we've decided now that we're up to numbers. We probably couldn't deal with a group of 30 or 40 heifers on the farm calving in the next 6 months. So we're trying to buy everything fresh now. We're buying fresh heifers.
Buy monthly, or are you buying every month, or are you buying it?
Yeah, we try and we're on a sort of 27-28% replacement rate, so we're sort of 60-65 a year. So yeah, 1 to 2 a week, but I'll go and buy 3 or 4 at a time. There's a few robot herd dispersals coming up. We shall probably go and have a look there and buy a group of cows if we can.
So is that because, say, land availability is an issue, that you don't manage a young stock, or?
Yeah, it's never been an interest to me to rear heifers. I don't have an interest in breeding cows. I've always, my theory has always been that every acre should produce milk, but the land that we have is all able to be cut. We can harvest everything. We haven't got any rough land that can only be grazed, so we cut everything. Yeah, and it all goes into the tank, so to speak.
Okay. Yes. Are you NDZ here?
Yeah.
Yeah. Always or only recently?
No, we were one of the original ones to go in.
Yeah.
We were one of the original ones to go in. So.
I see.
But there is land available around that we utilise for slurry. We have a neighbour that grows some maize for us. He's lightly stocked, so we export some slurry to him. And then we have another neighbour he's recently gone out of cows. We've utilised his slurry storage facilities last winter, which was a big help.
Okay. So you have no calf rearing, or you live in calf rearing then?
Well, everything's in calf to blue,
yeah.
And then they're all sold at sort of 7 to 14 days.
Okay.
We have a good contact with a guy who's been buying them for the last 2 or 3 months. Traditionally, we've got them for 4 or 5 weeks, but with milk where it is, I think we're seeing as much margin out of them at a week to 10 days, and there's less work as well.
Less work.